Last night we were treated to an excellent talk on fine art workflow, and this is the image he sent us so we can have some practice. So I'm going to show you how to go through it in a little bit more detail than we saw last night. So the first thing is the image that David has sent us has a few minor faults in that it's not quite joined up properly. It's not actually the one he used last night, but it's close enough for what we want to do. So his first step was to transform this building to make sure that it was vertical and horizontal where it needed to be, and that was done using Camera Raw. And you'll find Camera Raw up here at the top of the screen in the filter menu. You'll find Camera Raw filter. You can also type Shift Control A. Now you'll see in the bottom left of the screen the keys that I'm using to do this. So I've clicked on Camera Raw filter with the left mouse button. Here we are. I use transforms for this, and over here we've got some options in the transforms, including this one, which is to manually place guides to show it where the verticals and horizontals are. And you can have 2 vertical and 2 horizontal. And we're going to click on it and place a single vertical at the middle of the building because it's the only vertical that we have. And then we're going to draw from corner to corner here, and corner to corner here, and that's leveled the building up for us. We've also lost a bit off the corner, so if we pull back on scale here, it'll bring that in. I'm going to click OK. The other thing is the perspective is slightly distorted. The left hand side of the building is further from the centre than the right hand side of the building. The way David showed to do that was using guides and transforms. So we can place a guide up the middle here by dragging out from the ruler on the left. Now if you don't have the ruler showing, Control R toggles the ruler on and off. Then we want to draw a selection. Now we want a square selection, so we're going to use the rectangular marquee up here. Now it might not be showing rectangular marquee, but you will see here a little arrow. If you click on that, hold that down rather, you have to hold the mouse, you'll see the various options and you're wanting the rectangular one. I'm going to click on the mouse outside the left of the window and it'll start selecting from the edge of the picture, then draw it right the way down to the bottom and then across until it snaps onto the guide. And then I'm going to type Control T, which starts up the transform tool. Now I'm going to hold down the control key. I have to hold the control key so I can distort it. And then I can move the left in. I'm also able to move it up and down, so be careful not to do that. Just drag it in from the left until you've got it in the right place. I'll undo that and I'll show you if you don't hold down the control key, then it scales the whole thing. Now that's the way David did it. There is actually another way which I'm going to show you. So I'm going to use undo to remove the guides. I'm going to go back into Camera Raw. If we go into the Camera Raw filter, and we're going to exactly the same place, the transform area, geometry it's called in here. Yeah, but in the first step I didn't show you this, but it's geometry and you need to click on this arrow here to bring it up. If it's collapsed, click on it to bring it down. Under here we've got various manual controls that we can use, so we can scale it in and out, which we've already seen. We can also change the horizontal perspective, so we can do the opposite of what we want, or we can bring the building round a bit and make the right larger and the left smaller. I'm going to leave it about there and then scale back out again to fill the window and click OK. And you can check all this if you drag a ruler in from the edge back into the middle again. I'm holding the control key down. If I hold the control key down while I'm dragging the ruler around, it doesn't snap. If I don't, then it will snap. See, it's snapped there to the middle of the picture. If I hold it down, I can put it anywhere. Then I'm going to use this tool over here, which is the line drawing tool. Again, if you don't see a line, your little arrow here is the key. If you hold that mouse on the edge there, you'll find all the different options, and we're wanting line draw. Make sure fill is black and the stroke width is reasonably big, otherwise you won't be able to see the line. And then we're going to draw from the corner, so it follows the left hand edge of the building, and along this edge of the building to there, and they cross nicely in the middle. Now Control Z undoes does, so we can remove those by typing Control Z twice. I'm also going to crop this a little. I'm going to take that bottom edge off and clip to that edge there. Again, this snaps. If you see it snapping to the edge of the picture, I'm going to hold Control down so I can move it slightly. And then tick up here. You can either tick here or you can hit the Enter key. So there we have the image aligned. I'm going to stop this video here and I'll do another one to cover the next stage. Thank you.